Imagine being declared the villain of an entire generation at 22. No trial, no evidence, just the internet, a breakup song, and your name in the crosshairs of the most rabid fan base on the planet. Now, imagine headlining Coachella 3 years later. That's not a redemption arc, that's a takeover. Sabrina Carpenter didn't fall from grace. She was born into the fire, a Disney kid from Quakertown, Pennsylvania. She spent years doing what they all do, playing the good girl, hitting her marks, being palatable. But underneath that polished exterior was something the algorithm couldn't contain. A voice, a wit, a hunger. She was always circling greatness. The question was, what would it take to detonate it? In early 2021, Olivia Rodrigo dropped Driver's License, and the world went insane. And Sabrina Carpenter? She became public enemy number 1. Overnight, she was the blonde girl, the other woman, the villain in someone else's story. The internet didn't debate, it decided. Millions of comments, coordinated harassment, fan accounts dedicated entirely to her destruction. Here's what most people missed. She never confirmed a single thing. She just went to work. While the world wrote her obituary, Sabrina Carpenter wrote an album. Emails I Can't Send, 2022. Not a PR move, not a calculated clapback. A surgical, devastatingly honest piece of work that turned her pain into poetry and her scandal into proof of depth. She didn't fight back, she fought forward. But the entertainment industry is not kind to women who survive. They want you compliant or broken. They do not want you thriving on your own terms, writing your own story, and building your own lane. That conflict between who the world assigned her to be and who she actually was became the defining tension of her career. And then, she resolved it in the most Sabrina Carpenter way possible. She made it undeniable. Espresso, Summer 2024, a song so effortlessly cool, so lethally catchy that it didn't just top charts. It became a cultural temperature, from New York to London, from Berlin to Milan. Short and sweet turned Sabrina Carpenter from a punchline into a phenomenon, into the main character, into the artist every label wished they had and every competitor quietly studied. And then, Coachella 2026. The girl the internet tried to cancel is now the woman headlining the biggest music festival on earth. Let that sink in. The jury deliberated. The verdict came back. Not guilty. Wildly successful. See you at the main stage. Here's what Sabrina Carpenter's story actually teaches us. Not about music, not about pop culture, not even about comebacks. It teaches us about identity under siege. It teaches us what happens when the world decides your story for you, and you quietly, ferociously decide to write your own ending. There's a moment in every great story where the character has to choose, collapse under the weight of the world's perception, or become so undeniably themselves that the perception becomes irrelevant. She chose herself, and in choosing herself, the world followed. Which brings us to the question Famora AE was built on. The question that lives at the heart of every empire, every legacy, every artist who ever bet on themselves when no one else would. What if the world is looking for you? Not a filtered version, not a PR-approved version, not the version that survived the pylon and played it safe. The real one. Because Sabrina Carpenter didn't win by being what they wanted. She won by being exactly what she was. And that, in a world full of noise, imitation, and manufactured stars, is the rarest thing of all.